All right, YouTube. It's another one of them nights, back-to-backs. So, for now, we're going to talk about what's hot. First up, Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton have finally come to an agreement for February of 2016. Scott Quigg will be defending his WBA regular title, 122 pounds. And Carl Frampton will be defending his IBF 122-pound title. What do you think about this fight, B?
I like the fight. I'm a big fan of Carl Frampton. I like what he's able to do in the ring. He's a very good boxer. I haven't seen too much of Scott Quigg.
Okay.
To really assess the fight right now, but from what I've seen from Frampton, it's gonna be a tough fight for Quigg.
Yeah.
And these are the fights that we need. These are the fights that need to be made. Even though I do believe, neither one of them want to fuck with Rigondeaux, at any weight, or but at the same time, this fight did take a while to get made. I remember them talking about it sometime last year, and it just seemed like it was close, but there was no cigar. So now that the fight is made, I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I can't speak too much on it right now because I really haven't had a chance to assess Scott Quigg.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely do my homework on him and definitely watch some tape on him and see what he does good. And see what he brings to the table.
That's what's up. Well, I can tell y'all one thing right now. This has been a brewing matchup. Scott Quigg has been talking a whole lot of shit for years. Yeah. Carl Frampton has been talking a whole lot of shit for years. These are two of the best little men that Britain has to offer, with exception to Lee Selby, who we had seen recently, a couple weeks ago, his debut fight in America, right? Mm-hmm. Against Fernando Montiel. You're right. These are the guys. These are the other guys at 122. Wladimir Rigondeaux tried to get a fight with both these guys, and it was to defend his WBO belt, the one that he was stripped of recently. And neither of these guys wanted to fight, and it was primarily because there was more money to be made with those two fighting each other as opposed to fighting Wladimir Rigondeaux. Mm-hmm. Understandable. But at the same time, if you want to go down as the best, you got to beat the best. And the best at 122 is Wladimir Rigondeaux. But other than that, this is still a great fight. It's a rivalry. Carl Frampton, he makes mistakes. Very good fighter, but he makes mistakes. He can get caught in the pocket. That's how he got knocked down in his last fight. Same thing with Scott Quigg. Scott Quigg has very fast hands, but he can also get caught in the pocket. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in this fight we see a fucking slugfest, or maybe even the whole fight. You never know. Yeah. These dudes genuinely don't like each other. So, I mean, it could be a machismo event. These two motherfuckers trying to see who the real man is, who the alpha male is. It's a good fight at 122. I honestly would rather see one of these guys face Rigo, but I will settle for what we have coming in February. So, good fight on the horizon. Next topic. Speaking of Rigo, Vasyl Lomachenko. I'm very disappointed in my man right now, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My man came out, the last few months, was like, yeah, me and Rigo will fight. Fuck that nigga. I'll bust that nigga hole wide open, B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Rigo was like, word, I'll fuck this nigga up too. Let's fight.
Let's do it.
Well, we've had 2 negotiations, right?
Yep.
And in the first negotiation, Rigo wanted a little bit too much. Rigo's a 122 fighter, WBO champion, WBA super champion at that time. Vasyl Lomachenko's a WBO 126-pound champion. Rigo wanted a 124-pound catch weight, and he wanted Vasyl Lomachenko to have a rehydration clause against him to where he can't rehydrate past 135 pounds. Vasyl Lomachenko said, nah, fuck that, B. That's too much.
Yeah.
Right? Negotiations were nixed. A couple weeks later, they're in a second negotiation because Rigo said, fuck it, I'll go to 126 and fight you for the WBO title. I'll drop my 122 WBO so I can take your 126 WBO title. Buddy said, I still want the 135 rehydration clause.
Yeah.
Loma's team accepted. But then a couple days later, they announced that they're fighting some unknown motherfucker November 21st. With no warning, B. It was.
Yeah.
I remember when it happened. I was like, oh shit, Loma's team accepted.
Yeah.
It's on, B.
I remember.
And then all of a sudden, he's fighting. Roman Polanski. I don't even know the nigga's name. Motherfucking Mitt Romney. Some nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody.
He fighting somebody, dog.
Yeah.
November 21st. BoxRec got wind of it just as soon as they motherfucking announced it. Already posted it on the nigga's page and everything, B.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here like, I thought y'all niggas accepted. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, back to my point. Loma said recently he's still open to fighting Rigo, even after the opportunity was there to probably happen in December of this year. After Rigo gets stripped of the WBO 122 title because too many people were ducking and running from him. He couldn't get a fucking fight. After he has been declared champion in recess by the WBA at the 122 pounds. Now Loma's still saying, hey, I'll fight him. Is this bullshit?
This is pure bullshit, man. I mean, what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for fighters to feel confident enough to step in the ring with Guillermo Rigondeaux? How many fingers does he have to be missing? How many toes does he have to be missing? I don't understand it, man. You know, if you're a fighter, your job is to fight. Of course, it has to make business sense, and you know, it has to make sense.
Right.
You know, but at the end of the day, when you negotiate with a guy, it falls through. Then you renegotiate, and it seems as if it's gonna happen, and then you turn back and say some other shit. It's just ridiculous, man. I hate when fighters play with the fans this way.
Right.
You know, it's you know, they give us something to get excited about, and then they kind of renege on it, or they take it back, or I never said that. There was never no contract. I didn't sign anything. It's just bullshit. So if this fight does happen, I would love it. I would love to see these two guys step in the ring with each other.
Hell yeah.
You know, I will give Lomo a bit of leeway and say the first negotiations, I would definitely side with Lomo. I think Rigo was asking a little bit too much. You don't want him to rehydrate. You know, it was just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
The second negotiations, for them to agree and for the fight to be on, it had to work for both sides.
Right.
You know, Rigo was willing to come up, but he was still saying, hey, you know, I do want a rehydration clause.
Right.
Now, I would like to know, you know, I guess I'm sorry, I got my brain just stopped right there.
Oh, shit.
No, but I would like to know, man. I mean, what's really holding this fight back? You know, I have heard that Rigondeaux's managing team is pretty hard. You know, they're pretty hard to deal with. You know, and he's,
No, my bad. I was just saying I've heard too.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to deal with. So, you know, when you've got guys behind you that don't have your best interest, and you've got guys behind you that are doing a lot of under the table type shit, you know, there's a lot of things being hidden from not only the fans but the fighters as well. So I can honestly see, man, Rigondeaux's managing team just being hard to deal with, you know, and you know, maybe they fuck Rigondeaux over. You know, maybe Lomo fuck Rigondeaux over. Right. And say, hey, we'll fight you. You know, we'll fight
psych.
You. Yeah. 2 hours later, psych.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see this fight, man. I mean, let's make it happen. Like I said, what is it going to take for guys to feel confident enough to step in the ring with him? There's no bad way you can lose to Guillermo Rigondeaux. Even if he knocks you out, fuck.
It's
He's a
Rigo.
masterclass boxer.
Yeah. He's a masterclass boxer that can hit.
That can fucking crack.
Yeah.
It's okay. It is okay. It's not like you got knocked out by Joe Blow, or a fucking tune-up. So, I mean, come on, man. There's nothing wrong with losing to a masterclass boxer. A guy that knows the ins and outs, the fundamentals. He's on a whole nother level. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times, man, fighters have to take their pride and their ego out of what they're doing and just accept the fight. You know, pride and ego comes when you get into the ring and you thinking about quitting, but you got too much pride to quit. So you go out there for that 12th round. You know, but in the negotiations, when you're scared to lose to a guy or you harping too much on losing to him, you're never gonna fight him. You're just never gonna fight him.
Right.
You know, you're always gonna have that thought hovering over the top of your head. So, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I'll give Loma a little bit of leeway. I've already done this once before. You know what I'm saying? It's okay that my man is fighting Ryan Gosling next. You know what I'm saying? Because my man only's got 5 fights in as a professional.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? This is going to be his 6th fight against Ben Affleck. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? So
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this nigga picked Matt Damon as his next opponent, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool because he already took an L early. Because his career was on the fast track.
Yeah.
So we gotta be like, it's fine, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. There's no problem. There's
no problem with you fighting.
I can't even finish, B. There's no problem with you fighting Tom Cruise. You know what I'm saying right now, B. It's cool. We forgive you, Loma. Next topic. Yo. Alright. Deontay motherfucking Wilder.
Bomb squad.
Fuck that nigga. Nah, just play it. Yo, I'm seriously. I'm with the people who say Deontay Wilder is being protected heavily by Al Haymon. A lot of people are saying that my man want to play devil's advocate so bad, B. A lot of people are saying that Al Haymon is not going to put his fighter, who happens to be the first American heavyweight champion in a long time, right? They're not going to put that guy with that status in too much of hot water. They're going to try to milk his championship status as much as they can before the walls close in on him and he has to fight a formidable opponent. With that said, I'm one of them fucking people that believes that. Yeah.
Really?
My man. Hell yeah. With that said, my man recently released a statement saying, and I quote, "If Wladimir Klitschko beats Tyson Fury, I have no reason to fight him." What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? So if a guy loses to the best fighter in your division, the best fighter in this era in your division, a guy who is only 2 fights away, he's 2 fights away from passing Joe Louis, right? Mm-hmm. With consecutive title defenses. He has 25, Joe Louis is at 26. Yep. So he beats Tyson, he ties it, he wins the next one, he beats it. He breaks the record. This guy is A+ status.
Yep.
You're telling me if he loses to a guy with A+ status, certified Hall of Famer, that he won't be worthy enough to fight you? It's like this. Who the fuck this nigga think he is, B?
Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, man.
Fuck that
he
shit,
can do
yo.
that shit.
This motherfucker will fight Johan Duhaupas, Eric Molina, a guy that couldn't last 2 rounds. Shit, he couldn't last 1 motherfucking round.
Yeah.
If you bet, yo, there's not even a fucking over and under for that fight. You know what I'm saying? because they do in over and unders and bets, they'll say over 5 rounds. Basically, if it's over 5.5 rounds, that means the fight will go past round 6 at 1:30. That's what that means. This nigga got knocked out in round 1. So your prediction would have to be under 0 rounds, nigga.
Damn.
What? And you telling me you'll fight that motherfucker? Went 0 rounds against Chris Arreola. You'll fight that motherfucker though, but you won't fight a formidable opponent that loses to the top-notch cream of the crop, the upper echelon of the heavyweight fighters, because you feel he's not worthy. Sounds like to me like he's scared, bruh. Oh,
hey, don't be talking about the WBC champion like that, man. Okay? Nah, I'll say this. If anything, I would ask Deontay to elaborate on that statement.
Come on, bro. Hey, just talk a little bit about what you mean on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Give my man a chance to fully explain what he meant. Okay, here's the way I see it. If he fights Alexander Povetkin and he beats Povetkin, Klitschko fights Tyson Fury and he beats Fury, there's no reason for Deontay to fight Fury. Fury and Povetkin should get together and try to fight each other.
Okay.
And Deontay and Klitschko should fight each other. And the winner of the latter fight gets the winner of the main fight. I hope that makes sense to everybody out there.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe Deontay meant. And me being, a spokesman for him, that's what we meant.
That's what we mean, yeah.
Bomb Squad, that's what we meant, No, man, but if I look at it like that, then there would be no reason to fight Fury, Now, if Deontay was just dismissing Tyson Fury altogether and just saying, fuck it, if I beat my next, cab driver and and Klitschko beats Tyson Fury, I don't need to fight Tyson Fury. Now, if he meant it like that, then hell no, absolutely not, man. Deontay needs to get a name on his record, at this point, because, they're talking about him fighting, the end goal is Klitschko. So I will say, if I look at it like that, he may not need Tyson Fury, but he needs to beat somebody. Yeah. If you beat Alexander Povetkin, I have no problem with you fighting Wladimir Klitschko. If he were to fight somebody like a Chris Arreola or somebody like that, then I think he needs 2 good names in order to move up to fight Klitschko. But Povetkin's a tough dude. If he beats Povetkin, then hey, shit, he should go to the man.
Yeah, I agree. In that perspective, oh yeah, I agree. Only problem is it didn't sound like that when I was reading the motherfucking statement. But since my man right here is the certified spokesman, then I gotta go with my man, what my man says, because that's what came out the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what we meant. We were just misquoted. That's all it was.
Oh shit. Word up. Next topic, and the last one for this What's Hot segment. So I'm disgusted with some of these boxing fans, dude. A lot of motherfuckers are basically celebrating because Andre Ward has pulled out of his November 21st fight with Alexander Brand due to injury.
Yeah. And
he will no longer be on the Canelo Cotto undercard. I mean, it looked like the Puerto Rican Day Parade and Cinco de Mayo all at the same fucking time, B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was tripping. Like, and it's funny to me because it's like, what the fuck what are you celebrating for?
Yeah.
This is the number 2 pound for pound fighter in the world. Not his division, the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're telling me that Canelo and Cotto are happy that he's not on their card, he's gonna bring views to their fucking card. So you celebrating is not the same shit Canelo and Cotto's doing. They're not doing that.
Exactly.
They're probably like, oh, damn, that's fucked up. Nigga, we just lost some views.
Exactly.
Especially when this motherfucker has signed a 3-fight contract with HBO, with the third one guaranteeing a fight with Sergey Kovalev, the number 3 pound-for-pound fighter, not in his division, in the fucking world. So a lot of people are going to tune in to see what he has, to see if he has a chance against Sergey Kovalev. They just lost a lot of fucking views. So you're celebrating, those sentiments are not shared by Canelo and Cotto. I can guarantee that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Not even by true, real boxing fans.
Exactly. We're not sitting here like, yes, thank God.
Yeah. I don't have to watch that. Fuck. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe the shit that I'm seeing on a lot of these forums online and shit. It's absolutely outrageous. Now, one thing I will say is this. Andre. Dog, you gotta get your motherfucking ass in the ring, B. Nigga, you older than me, son. You know what I'm saying? And I consider myself up there.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? People consider me up there. Little young niggas out there, these niggas be saying I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker still talking about I want to be great. He said that recently. If you want to be great, you got to take care of yourself. Your conditioning, if this is a legit injury, your conditioning is fucking horrible. Yeah. You are the Derrick Rose of boxing. You stay on the injured reserve. You know what I'm saying? You stay on the fucking injured. If it's not your shoulder, it's your fucking knee. You know what I'm saying? If it's not your knee, it's some other body part. If it's not a body part, it's the fucking promotional company. Get in the fucking ring.
Please.
Even Oscar De La Hoya threw a bone at you by making you number 2 pound for pound. He said, you know what? Here you go, bro. Catch that. You know what I'm saying? Even though you ain't fought in 2 years and came back and beat Paul Smith, catch that. Number 2 pound for pound. So take it.
Take that.
Yeah. Word. Be what P. Diddy says. And get your motherfucking ass in the ring.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that, man.
Man. Okay. I fully agree with you, 2K. Now, let me say this. For the viewers out there. I'm an Andre Ward fan. I love Andre Ward.
Yeah.
He's another masterclass boxer.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what I'm about to say, I am just speculating, okay? I have no proof of this, but to me, this is what it looks like. Here we go. First of all, I don't think Andre Ward is injured. It hurts to say that, man. It just hurts me. It does something to me.
Explain that, please.
Okay, here it is. With Las Vegas acting against Ward the way that they've acted against him, I do think Ward feels some type of way. Okay? I do believe that Ward is another fighter who has to have everything absolutely his way. Okay? Now, from what I heard, Rohan Murdoch was rejected. And I actually heard that Alexander Brand was initially rejected as well. But they went on ahead and signed off on the fight. Okay? Now, Andre Ward did not have to sign on the Canelo Cotto undercard. He was actually offered his own date to fight. Now, here's where this all ties in together, and here's where I think the injury comes in. Okay. With Las Vegas acting the way that they've acted against Ward and rejecting basically 2 opponents. You know, they rejected both, then they came back and said, well, look, okay, whatever. You know, they're not giving the opponent enough time to actually train for the fight. You know, they're not really giving Ward enough time to fucking know who he's gonna fight. Even well, I might say know who he's gonna fight, but to actively train for these guys.
Right.
You know. Now, with that being said, I do think Ward felt spited, and I do believe that. I don't believe he's injured, and I do believe that he's going to choose his own day and have his own show so he can run the table. If Andre Ward gets his own day and his own show, he can fight in California where no matter, he can fucking pick, you know, Joe Blow, Jane Doe, John Doe, whoever, and they're gonna sign up on it because he's fighting in Cali.
Yeah.
You know, mark my words, his next show on his own date will not be in Las Vegas.
Right.
I can almost guarantee you that it will not be in Las Vegas. He's not gonna bring them any money. You know, fighting in one of their venues. You know, he's gonna do what he's been doing. He's gonna fight in California again. He's gonna choose who he wants to fight. You know, he's gonna have his own show. He doesn't have to concede to being on the undercard. You know, he can be the main attraction, and he can do what the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I do believe that he did feel spited. He's probably felt a little embarrassed because it did cause for the fans to have an uproar and question who the hell he was fighting. You know, who's that guy? Who the hell is that guy? When fans typically, they do that, but at the end of the day, if they like you enough, they'll accept it. Okay? Prime example, Gennady Golovkin. Hate to bring his name up, but nobody knew who the fuck Willie Monroe was.
Nobody knew who the fuck anybody fought was, with exception of like Ford, Matthew Macklin, Daniel Gill, and Rubio. Yep. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Lemieux.
You know, a lot of people knew he wasn't on Golovkin's level, but they still bought it because they like Golovkin.
Yeah.
When you have fighters like Andre Ward, everything you do is gonna be scrutinized. Everything. Yep. And when you have the commission validating that scrutiny, it gives the fans more of an incentive to really get at you and just to really call you out on whatever you do. So I do think he was a little bit embarrassed. I mean, and when you look at it from Ward's point of view, you know, the dude being out almost 2 years, you know, coming back off of these manager troubles and just everything, why would you not let the guy, and he's moving up to a completely different weight class, why would you not let the guy have a fucking introduction fight? You know, a lot of people are going to say, well, Paul Smith was his introduction. Well, no, Paul Smith wasn't moving up to 175 pounds. I think he fought Smith at 172. Yep. That's still 3 pounds. I mean, that shit counts for a lot in boxing.
Yep.
You know, whether you losing or gaining, I mean, it counts for a fucking lot. So you're going to an entirely different weight class. Both guys have good records, but they just don't have the competition, you know, in terms of the fighters on their records. But their records are legit. They've been fighting. They've been in the ring before. So what the fuck? You know, so I don't think Ward is injured. Like I said, I think he did what he wanted to do. He pulled off the card. Again, it's just speculation, but that's the way that I see it. Normally, when I speculate about things, I'm pretty right. You know, I think it makes logical sense. Now, if Ward comes out and he shows his knee and it's swelling and, you know, all of that, then, you know, forgive me for saying this, but I mean, it is what it is, you know, and it's inflammation. You know, it's inflammation. Yeah. It can be drained. You know, he'll miss some days off of his camp, but at the end of the day, you're fighting a fucking bum. You're fighting a bum, Ward. You know, I'm sorry, man. I'm mad because I really did want to see him on this card. Yeah. You know, my last point is I do understand you don't want to fight if you're not 100% because you never want to give a guy the chance to beat you. But a professional athlete knows he's never 100% when he steps in the ring. Yeah. Physically, you are not 100%, okay? Mentally, that's where you have to be 100%. But I can go down the line of fighters that fought and they were probably dealing with some kind of injury. You know, they were just so dialed in and so mentally focused, it didn't play a fucking part. They knew once they warmed up, they would be able to perform. And they knew certain things to do in order to not get hit in a certain spot. I think Floyd Mayweather had a cracked rib or some type of an internal injury. You know, brittle ass hands. His whole career, he broke his hands. I don't know how many times throughout his career.
And fights too.
In fights. Yep. So Floyd had to make the adjustment and say, okay, well look, let me wear these type of gloves, and let me not ring off as many combinations as I'm known for. Let me be more of a pot shotter, hit or miss type of guy, but let me be super fucking accurate. So he had to make adjustments, Yeah. And I hate to say Floyd because, a lot of people are going to just go crazy because I threw his name in there. But at the same time, I'm making a case for guys fighting with injuries. And inflammation, come on, Dre. A broke knee, fuck yeah, I understand. But get that shit drained. You're going to miss a couple days, but at the end of the day, you fighting a fucking bum. You probably, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, man, he's better off, I'm not a bum, but shit, give me the contract. I'll meet your ass. I love Roy too, man, but damn, dude, fuck. You making us look bad.
Yeah. What if it's a situation where he understands that in boxing you can't take anybody lightly? I mean, you're calling my man a bum, right? So that insinuates that Ward shouldn't take this injury seriously because he's just a bum, which also insinuates that he should just take him lightly. But we've heard it plenty of times not to do that because another thing, remember, he's in a guaranteed third fight of a 3-fight deal with the best, most dominant fighter, in my opinion, in boxing right now, right? In Floyd Mayweather's absence. He doesn't want to take any chances of losing the 2 fights prior to getting that fight. You see what I'm saying? So do you think it could be a situation like that? He's just being extra careful so he doesn't lose.
I think so, but that's a good point. But with Ward's inactivity, you should be 150%. I mean, you haven't fought in almost 2 years.
With the exception of Paul Smith, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, man, his body should be fully rehabbed, and you telling me after a 2-year layoff, you come back, you fight, and then you get injured?
Yeah.
And like I said, an injury like this, and I'm not making a small case. I'm not trying to overlook the inflammation in his knee because fighters need their legs, especially guys that move a lot. They need their legs. But at the end of the day, if you were fighting Sergey Kovalev, absolutely. I don't care how small the injury is. If I break my fucking, if I rip the top of my fingernail off and it's uncomfortable when I put gloves on, I'm not fighting.
Postpone.
Yeah, exactly. It's postponed. But with this level of competition, and we still have, 3 weeks before the fight, I think?
Yeah.
That's something that I think can be handled. At the most, Ward will miss a couple days off of his training. He'll get it drained. He'll miss a few days. I won't say a couple. He'll miss a few days off of his training. But with the level that Andre Ward is at, come on now.
Yep. Said from one of the best, Mr. Sess.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Shit, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. You too, do what you do in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna watch Vasyl Lomachenko versus Kevin Bacon November 7th? You know what I'm saying?
Jim Carrey.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm fucking with you. Do what you do in the comment section. Be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.